Hey all, hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome to an updated favorites video. I think it's been like 5 months or so since I filmed my last one, and honestly I've been sitting on some good stuff even from like before I filmed my last one, so long overdue to kind of chat about the things that are just bringing me joy right now. Got a couple honorable mentions because I'm not like quite sure if they're a favorite yet, but still I think worth just bringing up and talking about. I have just a few more days left of my holidays, so I'm just like in the chill zone. I'm having a nice time. One of the favorites is my new couch. I'll put a photo on the screen here. This is officially my first couch that I bought with my own money, that I didn't receive as a hand-me-down. That's like a grown-up couch. It's not like a piece of wooden furniture that really belongs on a sun porch, or you know, some sketchy thing that was sitting in someone's basement for hundreds of years and like should never have been sat on by another human person, you know? So I'm really excited, I'm really proud, and it's so beautiful, it's so comfortable. So like that's the #1 favorite, is a new couch. And like obviously that's, you know, something that I'm privileged enough to be able to afford in my personal life right now. But that has been really making my little staycation. I've been literally just enjoying the couch lock. I've been doing workouts, sitting down, playing some games. It's been great. If you can and you don't have, she can speak good English. If you can and you don't already have one, and you know, it's kind of been already on your list, get a new couch, y'all. It makes the world of difference. Okay, I'm looking at the spread here and I'm just trying to figure out where to dig in. I think we'll do the usual like run of show. We'll do like makeup, skincare, like the beauty stuff first, and then move into fragrances, and then the rest honestly is kind of like lifestyle. I've got a couple of shoes, I've got a piece of clothing, and then there's some media. So we'll do that, sort of, you know, lack of organization, but here we are. So I guess maybe like we'll also do it in order of usage. So the first 2 favorites are actually skincare and are recent in my collection, but I've really been loving them so far, so they quickly rose to the occasion to be, you know, #1. The first is the Moon Juice Acid Potion, which I actually was gifted, not by the brand. This was given to me by my friend Chani, and as you can see, like there's still the full thing. You only need a splash, but it's just this also beautiful bottle. Like this is glass, and I love the detail of the round lid, and then when you open it, it's just got like one of these little kind of stoppers with a tiny hole in it, so you just are meant to dash it into the palm of your hand. The instructions on this one do suggest putting it into your palm rather than on a cotton round. And obviously because this is an acid potion, it is a liquid exfoliator. Use this at nighttime. Do not use this in the day. And it is spicy. She is a spicy acid potion. Packs a punch. I don't even use this every single night because it's really intense, but I have been noticing a really nice difference. I'm struggling with, as per usual, just kind of some congestion around my chin area, which is always just kind of like hormonal fluctuations because of my period and whatnot. But just even on like my upper kind of like chin here, where I was also having some kind of consistent long-term congestion, I've noticed just an overall really delightful smoothing effect with that. And if I'm going to use a liquid exfoliator / toner, like I need to see a difference, I need to feel a difference. And I've used so many at this point that just like they don't feel like they're doing anything. They're, you know, you don't get that tingle, or it doesn't even look like it's doing anything, and then you get halfway through using it and you just want to like throw it away because you're like, why am I even keeping this? What is it doing? Like it's not, you know, daytime beautiful rose water and kind of like witch hazel toner that's like refreshing and really keeping your skin soft. So if it's not doing anything, I don't want it. I do have another one in my collection right now that is kind of of that same vibe. And I've actually been using that more on my body. So I've been struggling with some like upper shoulder, kind of like back knee, and the backs of my legs also tend to get like a little bit KP-ish, which I think is just honestly on the legs at least as a result of like shaving and also of the clothing I wear and just sensitive skin friction. So the other toner slash exfoliator that I don't like, I use those on the spots that are like kind of bothering me on my body. But this one is the baby for my face and I love it. And obviously, as I said, this is a PM nighttime skincare routine situation. But this next product is the Dr. Roebuck's lotion. It's called Stoked. If you use Dr. Roebuck's, they are all kind of have specific names. And this is the weightless face moisturizer with Wildberry Harvest, Fucogel, and Meritech Bright. What does any of that mean? Don't know. But I've used a couple of Dr. Roebuck's products so far, and like to date. I found them all at a Shoppers Drug Mart in Toronto. And the other ones kind of was like, I felt so-so about them, but this one is really, really lovely. And so you open it, it's like a, pretty like nice size packaging. Internally, you've got 50 milliliters here. You pop off the lid and you've got a pump. And I'm just gonna squirt just a tiny bit in my palm, but it's not like it's like kind of a runny moisturizing formula, but it's super, super, super hydrating. I think I've mentioned a few times recently that I've been having trouble kind of like retaining the moisture in my skin, and I think that was just coming out of a very dry winter season. I have since purchased a dehumidifier. No, I have since purchased a humidifier for my bedroom, which is also really helping with my cracked nostril. Should have done this like a whole last year ago. But that's really been helping with my skin kind of retaining moisture. And obviously I just need to drink more water in general. All that to be said, despite the lightweight nature of this day lotion, it's actually super hydrating, and I don't get that like tight feeling after it's kind of soaked in. Like there is a presence on the skin that isn't greasy, but it still feels really good and nourishing. And I don't feel like I immediately need to rush to put on my sunscreen just so that I have like another layer of moisture. So it's been really, really lovely. And again, I'll do it on the back of my hand so you can kind of see more. I think my palms are a little pink right now. But it's also not like 100% like a white lotion. It's got this, it's very actually close to my skin tone when you don't have a super hot light on it, but it's just kind of this like creamy, like beige color. And it has a really nice, gentle kind of like slightly fruity fragrance. And I'm really enjoying it. Period hands. To flag, the Dr. Roebuck's products are quite expensive. So if you do happen to find this in your local Shoppers Drug Mart, if you're Canadian, just, be mindful that I feel like they're pretty pricey, but I'm pretty sure that you can also order them from the website directly, and they do ship to Canada. Cannot unfortunately speak to any other nations, but it is what it is. Okay, third skincare product. We've seen this before if you follow any of the folks on here that I follow, namely Hannah Louise Poston. She's spoken about this before. It's the Antipodes Aura Manuka Honey Mask. And if you've been here and following me for a while, you know that I don't like a clay mask. I don't like a mask that dries down on my face because it makes me want to scream and just rip my whole skin off. But this is a mask that just sits and it doesn't dry down. You don't get that cracky, horrible feeling. It's delicious. It smells so, like the aromatherapy of this product alone, like I just instantly feel so calm and delightful, and it just sits really, really beautifully and lightweight on the skin. And I'm pretty sure that you can also like leave it on overnight if you want to, like you don't have to rinse it off. But if you do want to just have a nighttime mask that is easy to rinse off, and again doesn't do that like hardcore locked dry down, this is such a beautiful product. And I've had this for a while now, and like there's still a significant amount of product in here. You get 75 milliliters or 2.5 fluid ounces, and that might not seem like a lot, but I don't mask every single day. Most of the time I don't even mask every single week, so this is lasting me a really long time. But I just think I feel like it's a highly rated product, and I would highly recommend it for folks who have sensitive skin, for folks who have blemish prone skin, for folks who have particularly dry skin. But even if you don't, like, I've always kind of leaned more on like the oily combo, but I think just as I get older, obviously your skin loses moisture. I'm kind of inching towards the like combo dry, but I think it's just a really, really beautiful mask, and it is also ideal for attending to blemishes as they may arise according to the instructions. So, you know, you get one of those little like period pimples on your chin, and you can just kind of leave that, and it's just going to be like a happy little home for your blemish without aggravating it, which is so nice, and without drying it out, which is also really key. Anyways, I love this so much. I'm so glad that one of my local stores actually has this like in store and I didn't have to order it, because I am feeling less and less inclined these days to be ordering like makeup and skincare online. I don't know what that's all about. Usually I love to online shop. For clothes, no problem. But for like makeup and skincare, I'm just really having this moment where I want to be like in the store. I want to be able to like test it. I want to be able to smell it. And so I was able to do that locally, and I'm so thrilled. Okay, we're gonna move on to makeup. I've got 3 lip products here, and then the rest are, sorry, the other 2 are just like standard makeup. All 3 are very much in the like gloss balm kind of vibe. The first is the new e.l.f. new-ish Glow Reviver lip oil. This is in the shade Rose Envy. It's really, really pretty. It feels incredible on the lips. It's what I'm wearing today. Like, look at this color. It's so pretty. I think this is my favorite e.l.f. lip product I've bought and used to date. Like, look at that. So pretty. It's like slightly sticky, but not in a way that feels like inhibiting or is gonna deter me from continuing to use it. And I really, really like this color on my lips especially. It's just kind of like a My Lips but better shade. And I think we're all feeling the like gloss balm vibe these days. I haven't seen a ton of people going for like high impact pigment on their lips right now. Not that that's not a good thing, or, you know, it is what it is. There's a time and a place for it, but it's just kind of the trend right now is to have like a gloss balm with just a slight sheer tint. And in that vein, this is the Tower 28 Lip Softy in the shade slash fragrance slash flavor Dulce de Leche. I have used this so much since I brought it home. This has been in my backpack, purse, whatever. It's amazing. I love it so much. I love the little like domed shaped applicator. There's just something super like nostalgic about that. I think I've mentioned this before. It really smells so freaking incredible, and the shade is beautiful. It's very much this like kind of neutral nude, slightly warm brown, but when it shears out, it's just so pretty. And on my lips, again, it's just the perfect tone, and the formula is incredible. It's super nourishing. Highly recommend. They also just released kind of like a limited edition kind of pinky one, pinky purple one. I think that's like confetti cake or something. I did buy that. I like it. But this is my go-to kind of like everyday balm. It's the one I reach for the most. That's in my purse. I love it so much. Next, picked this up in my local Shoppers Drug Mart, was thrilled to find it. It is the About Face Light Lock Lip Gloss in It's Not You, It's Me. And it is a pink shimmery with a gold shift lip gloss. Kind of has this like sunscreen scent to it, but it is so stinking pretty. I don't know if you can see that shimmer and gleam, but when it's on the lips, it is so beautiful. And I really do like, I had one of the original About Face lip glosses. There we go. Look at that. Look at that shine. And it is a pink shift gold shimmer inside of it. So it's just really pretty. It's really flattering. And as I was saying before I interrupted myself, I had one of the original kind of like editions of the lip gloss, and I wasn't a huge fan of the formula, but they obviously did something to the formula, and I do just like the updated packaging that now kind of like matches all of their other products. It just feels nice. It's got a nice hand feel, and it's just pretty. It's also been living with my Tower 28 in my backpack every day. So sometimes I'm in a sparkly mood, I pull this out. It is my go-to. Sometimes I'm just in a nourish my lips, give me a little bit of a tint mood, and I pull out this. So all three of those, actually this one honestly has pretty much been in my backpack too, which seems like so excessive because these are not like teeny tiny products. Like these all kind of like have heft to them, especially with my tiny hands. But I've pretty much been taking them with me everywhere. Okay, 2 more makeup products. I think I've talked about both of these before, but I can't really remember. The first is the Freckle Tint by Lottie London. I think I picked this up at Walmart a few months ago because I just couldn't find my little Freck mini. And I've really been enjoying it. It's what I'm wearing today. And this is actually in the shade Light, which was the only one that they had. And I would have assumed that I would have been like the medium or like kind of like mid-range color. But the Light is just so natural looking. And I actually prefer, I don't know, I'm gonna have to, I think, do like maybe a side-by-side comparison when I actually do find my Freck. It's somewhere around here, and I just did my huge declutter, so it's like, it's not here. I know that there's a little one somewhere around, but I've been liking the wear on this too, and just when you kind of like put it on and do the little like dot 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 pat 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 application, it's nice. So I guess if you're looking for like, I think it's less expensive too. So here's like an old one. I did find this, but this is empty and it's all cracked. This is the only one I could find. So the one that I'm looking for, to clarify, is the one that actually has product left in it still. This is to go into the empties. But like this, I think, is probably still more expensive than like this size. So just something to consider as well. But I've really been enjoying this, and I've been wearing freckles a lot, like almost on a daily basis, just because it's been making me feel so pretty and cute and fun. And like, I haven't been wearing a ton of makeup, but this has been kind of my like everyday face, literally just like a little bit of concealer in the places that I need it, freckles, mascara, and this blush, which is instantly rose to my favorite. It is the Jane Iredale Pure Pressed Blush in the shade Sunset. And I'm gonna do this because it's still got the nice like imprint in it. If you've been here for a while, you're probably like, Alanna, you have at least 3 or 4 blushes that are this shade. Yes, I do, in multiple formulas. So it shouldn't have been a surprise that I would fall so deeply, madly, truly in love with this, but I did. I love it. I love the formula, and it's hard, I think, to pick up in the camera here, but there is just like a microscopic gold fleck throughout it. It doesn't appear shimmery on the skin at all, but it does just have this really nice, pretty gold fleck through it, and I really like it. It's really pretty. This, I think, is their updated packaging, probably from the last year, and I do just really like it. Again, it's got that like nice hand feel, and obviously it does have the mirror, but I just am trying not to blind anyone. So it has a mirror, it's got that magnetic clasp, and this is also just like a really nice size powder compact to have with you for blush, for travel, wherever you're going. And the tone, I just put a little bit there, but that's, again, what is on my cheeks. The tone is just so pretty. It is that kind of like sunburnt, sun-kissed color. Love it so much. This is like hair, but also skincare, so it is a good bridge for the next 2 products that will follow. Because I'm basic, I picked up I got a 2-pack of these little face wash headbands. I mean, it just looks cute like that, doesn't it? But I had the headband. I think I kind of like made a meme of myself with one of the headbands with the bows that you like, it's like it's not a hairband, it's a headband that you like fully stick over your whole head. But I was getting really annoyed with having to like pull it down and then push it back up. I was just getting annoyed with it. It's still floating around somewhere in my washroom, but just the convenience of the soft terry cloth headband has been really nice, because I can just flick back my bangs when I'm washing my face at night, and then just pop that right back off, hang it up, and move on with my life. And I don't have to, I don't know, it just feels so much nicer. However, I have this one, and it came with a black one. It was from Winners, so like I don't even know what the brand is, but these are everywhere right now. So again, everyone and their grandmother has these at this point. But it's been a game changer. I don't know why, but it has been. Could I have used any of my other hair bands? Certainly. But also, like, what if I got, you know, makeup and skincare gunk on it, and then I would have felt bad, and then it wouldn't be pretty anymore. Whereas this is explicitly for the bathroom. So I was saying, I have these precariously stored in my bathroom, and I keep my, if it's yellow, let it mellow girly. I live on my own. Keep the lid up because I pee 400 times a day. And this was hanging precariously. I've got one of those like behind the toilet shelf units, and this was hanging kind of on it, and it like got knocked. And then all of a sudden I just saw it in slow motion tumble towards the toilet filled with pee, and I was devastated. Luckily, I was able to fish it out, put it into a mesh laundry bag, and washed it, and it's totally fine. And it withheld the washing machine, and I like let it out to, or rather hung it to dry. I didn't put it in the dryer, but like, it was a close one. I almost lost her. But I didn't, and she doesn't smell like pee. It is washed, so just in case anyone was like, ew, it's fine. Now, the hair products. We're entering summer. I'm fully embracing my texture, which comes and goes. My hair really has a mind of her own. She keeps telling me, you're not my real dad, will not do what I ask, except sometimes she does. And my hair loves a salt spray, and coming up to the summer months, I too love a salt spray. So that's when my hair and I get along. And the one that I've been using is this one. This is Not Your Mother's Texturizing Beach Babe Sea Salt Spray with UV protection for hair, medium texture, made with dead sea salt and kelp. And Not Your Mother's is a brand that I think, at least locally, only Walmart seems to carry, which is just kind of interesting, but I guess it is what it is. It's not very expensive. The fragrance of this is nice. I really have a tendency to like struggle with the fragrances of hair products, which is, I'm just very fussy about it. And it is very salty. So if you are using this on your hair and then you scrunch, and then you happen to like put your hands anywhere near your mouth, that you will taste salty. Like it is a salt spray, which I love. I love a salty beach spray. And if I had a diffuser, I had to get a new hair dryer a while ago because my old one just kicked the bucket. And sadly, the diffuser that I had for my old one doesn't fit the new hair dryer. I need to find like a universal diffuser that fits. But if I had used the diffuser out of the shower, like my hair would be even wavier and curlier, and it just would be like so poofy and lush and like beachy. Not that it's not now. It's definitely giving beach. It's definitely giving the texture that I like, and it's still actually a little damp. So I need to go like sit in front of my heater and let it dry from afar. But loving the sea salt spray. And then I was in Buffalo last weekend for a little weekend trip, and you know, did all of the usual things you would do if you're just going across the border, literally to shop for things that you can't find in Canada. I went to Target, Ulta, Sephora, and they have this brand. I think we've got a few products here, but not the full line. It's Eva NYC, and I picked up this other Lazy Jane salt-free wave spray, and fragrance is stunning. It's got that sea lavender in it, so it's like really beautiful and kind of like herbaceous, a little sweet. But this doesn't have the sea salt in it. My hair loves it, but before my last hair wash, I guess 2 days ago, because I just washed my hair today. So the last hair wash, I did use this, and I went a little too heavy-handed, and then my hair got greasy real fast, because I have very fine, fuzzy little hair, and this, I went overboard. So if you too have fine hair and this is something that intrigues you, just a kind of like PSA that less is more with this. Using too much and you're gonna go straight to Grease Town. And maybe that's the vibe that you're going for, no shade, but that was not the vibe I was going for. And like usually, especially if I use like a salt spray, because I really like the like kind of dirty, like kind of like sticky texture, like gritty texture rather, not sticky, which is why I like a salt spray. If I do that with my hair and then I use like my little powder dry shampoo the next day and the next day, like I can usually extend my hair washes for a little while. This was a no-go. Like literally the next day I was like, it was like limp and like it just looked greasy. So I really, really like it, but just a lesson to you and to myself, less is more. But it is a beautiful product, and if your hair is dry and you're sensitive to salt products, this is, I think, a win. So, you know, if you're a salt girl person, if you're a salt person, we've got this. If you're sensitive to salt, you can't handle the salt, you've got really, really dry hair and you don't want to dry your locks out, then you've got another option that I would totally recommend because it's nice and it smells really good. I guess we can go into fragrance because I've got one fragrance, one honorable mention, which I'll do now just so that I don't forget at the end. The first one is my like favorite. I bought this at the new etiquette store in Toronto at the Well. Went in there, honestly, if you are in Toronto or close by and you've heard about the Well and you're intrigued, go just into etiquette specifically. They have such a stunning array of fragrances from brands that are like really, really unique. Like it's not the kind of stuff that you're gonna find at Sephora or in a Shoppers Drug Mart. Like they've got really, really, really cool brands, a lot of which have the most stunning art on the bottles, or the bottles themselves are art. And their employees are just so lovely and like will take the time to like help you find a fragrance that really speaks to your soul. When I went in there on a lunch break, I encountered the most incredible employee who was so patient and so lovely and like really listened to me when I said, you know, what kind of fragrances that I was interested in. And this one I found on my own, but then he was gracious enough to kind of show me some other brands and give me some samples just to kind of take home and consider. But this is the whiff of waffle cone scent from the brand Imaginary Authors, and I just love like all of their bottles come in these kind of like little books, which is just so sweet. So I haven't taken it out. I love the look of this little book. And this one I think is based on a limited edition fragrance that they came out with like a local somewhere in the US, I think like an ice cream shop, and then everyone loved it. So this is kind of like the V2 version of the original fragrance. It's got it's Salt and Straw, I think is the shop that they did this in collab with. So it's got notes of vanilla, salted caramel, and Saigon cinnamon. On the back it says, "The scent awakens something in me, hurtles me back in time, fills me with unceasing ecstatic joy." And I may have said this already, but this fragrance is everything that I wanted the Vanilla Vice from Sniff to be. So when they were first doing all of the like marketing and like kind of imagery for the new Vanilla Vice fragrance from Sniff, this is what I thought the fragrance was going to be, and then I got it and I was just so deeply disappointed. When it sat down on my skin, it just had this really powdery like undercurrent to it that I can't do that, like that powdery note at the end. So I was thrilled when I found this. This is the bottle. I love it. I love it so much. Like it's so simple, but it's got this kind of like textured sort of like archival paper on it, and it's really beautiful. I love how simple it is. I had never heard of Imaginary Authors before, so I was thrilled to kind of like be able to smell a range of their perfumes, and then kind of came across this one and was like instantly like, oh, this is everything I've ever been looking for in a perfume. And it's salty. It smells like an ice cream cone. It smells like a waffle cone. And the spray was pointed towards my hand, not my wrist. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. And it's unique. Like it's not too vanilla-y. Like it doesn't smell like a baby doll. It's got that salty undernote. It's got the caramel. It's got like, you can smell the cinnamon. Like it's just very sophisticated and deep, but it's definitely gourmand, which is what I like. And I really love it. It's so unique. And then here on the bottom is just like the full list of kind of notes. So we've got vanilla, as I said, salted caramel, Saigon cinnamon, heavy cream, sandalwood, orgeat. I don't know how to pronounce that. ORGEAT ? And then notes of Scoop Shop. So again, everything that I wanted Vanilla Vice to be, and I found it in Imaginary Authors, and I couldn't be more thrilled. I love it. I bit the bullet. It was, you know, a pricey purchase. I have never spent this much on a perfume before. The most that I usually spend is like whatever it costs to buy my little Vanilla Woods fragrance, like the travel one that I've never even bought the full one of Vanilla Woods, and I know that I love that scent. But then the honorable mention is this new one from Sniff, which I totally like trigger button purchased. It's one of their like secret menu scents that came out, so I think it is a limited edition. It's called Soda Shop, but can we just like take a moment for the very cool box? Again, haven't taken it out of the box because I love the packaging. I love this photo. Like, I think it's an actual photograph, so when I am tired of the box, I'm just gonna try to like pull that off and use it. And it's what do you call this? This like little, it's not a hologram, but if you tilt it, I don't know if it's picking up in the camera, but she like raises the glass to her mouth and the straw goes in her mouth, which is just pretty cool. So yes, this is one of their secret menu scents, just like Creme Couture. Of course, that would be what speaks to me. And I haven't even opened the actual product yet. Like, it's still brand new in the box. Also love that the little pull tab is purple, obsessed with that. But this is what the actual bottle looks like. I also really love the Sniff packaging. It's just very cute. So it just looks like cola and it smells like cola. Whether you drink Pepsi or Coke, it smells like cola. So I'm still just using the little sampler. I'm so grateful to Sniff that when you buy the full size, they send you the like little 5 milliliter or whatever this is sampler, just in case, because if you don't like it, you haven't, you know, destroyed the actual physical big product. You just get to have a little test drive with the mini / travel / test version. And I like it. And I gotta say, like, it literally does smell like cola. It has this like some magic to it that literally like has that scent of like a carbonated cola, and I think it's so cool. I think I really like it. I sprayed it here after my shower, but now it's contending with the other one, but I think it's really nice. And it's not a gourmand scent per se. It's definitely sweet. It definitely has that vanilla in it. Let's see, I'm gonna read this. I gotta turn it this way because of the metal on the back. It's a sip of elegance. Experience the euphoric taste of crisp, creamy carbonation infused with rich caramel and zesty citrus. This scent celebrates the perfect fizziness that sets the soda enthusiast apart from the pop novices. So it's got that like, I don't know which citrus is actually like part of the flavoring for like a Coke, but I think it's like a lime. But it's delicious. I love it. And I think I'm gonna keep it. I haven't 100% decided yet because I'm scared, but I think I really love it. Okay, I need to quickly hydrate. Okay, should we move on to clothes? I have one clothing item that is seriously a favorite, and I really didn't think it would be, and it might be so silly. But these are from Aritzia. They are the TNA Action, what are they actually called? These are the Troop Pant from TNA Action, and they're this like cupid pink shade. And they're like a splash pant material with an elasticated ankle. They're super high-waisted, like from crotch to waist, you've got quite a long thing, so you can wear them up or you can roll them down. The model online, if you can see this, like she's wearing them with a ballet leotard, and that is literally why I bought these pants as a warm-up for my ballet classes. And they have that like ballet warm-up pant sound / splash pant sound. They're super, super, super lightweight. If they get wet, they dry really quickly, so like if I get sweaty in them, there's nothing that's like sticking to my skin. They just dry really quickly, but they also keep me warm. And even though it's spring, like if you're if you've been in a dance studio, they're not always the warmest places, but I have been wearing these, unless they're dirty, to almost every single one of my ballet classes since I started doing ballet again in September. Love them, thrilled. They're the extra, extra small, so like, I would say they fit true to size. Sometimes I get an extra, extra small and I'm like, ooh, I know that I haven't gained or lost weight, and like this feels tight. So these 100% fit true to size. They're very comfortable. And my last ballet class earlier this week on Monday night, one of the girls was like, you know, I love when you wear those pants because when we're doing rond de jambe and grand battement, I can actually, like, because your pants swish, it helps me keep time because I always lose track of the counts. And I was like, gotcha back. I was like, that's what I've been so self-conscious about. But hey, if these are helping you, then teamwork makes the dream work, I guess. Anyways, love them, and I'm pretty sure that they are still available. So if you're looking for like a splashy kind of pant, if you were a dancer, if you just kind of like that vibe and style, they are still available on Aritzia, and it looks like actually they're on sale right now. So run, don't walk if that's your thing. Okay, 2 pairs of shoes. The first, sadly, you know, no one likes to talk about things that you can't purchase, but I'm going to talk about them because I love these so freaking much. You can get the shoe, you just can't get the colorway anymore. These are the DC Platform Manteca sneakers, and I don't remember what the colorway is. They're a size 5. They're so lightweight, and like, my God, these are my new favorite shoes. I finally wore them for the first time in February when I went to London. They were like my kind of just walking around shoe. They're so lightweight. I had not worn a pair of skate shoes since high school. It just brought me back, but they're so cute. I love that they're platform, which is like my vibe right now when I'm wearing a sneaker. And I love them. They're so feminine and girly. I love the colorway. They're so stinking cute. They go with everything. I have, you know, the long baggy jeans that everyone's wearing right now, and the ones that I found I couldn't find in like the extra short, and so I can wear them with my platforms and they work just fine. Love them, so happy. I kind of regret not buying these like 3 times just so that I had the color forever, because I don't know if you'll ever be able to get this colorway anymore. They do have other colors right now still, and they have like an all white version, which is obviously classic and lovely. But yeah, super stoked. I'm just loving wearing kind of an OG style skate shoe again. It's really fun and I love them so much, and they're so stinking comfortable. Am I 34 years old and wearing a skate shoe still in pink and purple colors? Yes, I am. I don't care. Okay, flats. Ballet flats. I typically buy new ballet flats like every 2 years, because when I do buy them, like I wear them right through. Like I literally wear holes through the soles. And so this year it was time to purchase a new pair. Also just something that was a little simpler. The ones I think that I did get last year, or they had like a bow on it and whatever. What I really wanted this year was a pair of ballet flats that are washable. And these are the Skechers air-cooled memory foam ballet flats. Don't know what they're actually called, but they've got like a really cute like little scalloped, I don't know if you can see this properly, just a little scalloped edge around the opening. They're super, super soft. Again, they've got that memory foam sole, which is really comfortable. They're very cute. They don't look like a granny shoe. I mean, maybe they do, but I don't know. I love wearing a black ballet flat, and something that's super comfortable, isn't going to give you instantaneous blisters, and can be thrown in the washing machine is like a dream come true. And if you know, when it comes to ballet flats, there is literally nothing worse than like going barefoot in a ballet flat and wearing them all day long, and then your feet and your shoes reek to the high heavens. It's just, it is unavoidable. And like, yes, we could be wearing the little like socky things, but like, how many of those actually stay on? More often than not, if you're wearing those little flat socky things, they like slip off your heels and then they bunch up under your arches, and it makes you want to murder someone. So I would much rather just go barefoot in my flats, and knowing that I can put those in the washing machine and they're not going to get all fucked up. Chef's motherfucking kiss. Clothes, shoes, done. Oh, earrings. Okay, I think I have talked about these before. I can't really remember, but these are the earrings that I bought in London at like a museum gift shop. And I think they were like maybe 20 pounds. So that would make them like, I guess a little closer to $40 Canadian. But these are the first pair of earrings in my whole entire life that are not 100% real 14 karat gold that have not made my ears blister and bleed and scab. Thrilled. They're from the brand Big Metal London, and they are lead, nickel, and cadmium free, which is obviously the magic number, the magic ingredients. I don't know. Incredible. I'm so freaking thrilled. I love them. They're so cute. They're kind of like, I guess, a little squiggly star shape. They're really, really lightweight. I've been able to like fall asleep in them and not be bothered. And I love them so much. Again, almost wish that I had bought multiple pairs because I love them, and they've been my like go-to every time I'm wearing earring. Love them so much. Big Metal London, thank you for making a pair of earrings that are like allergy friendly, sensitive ear friendly. Beautiful. Love them. Okay, I have a food favorite, which is recent, but I've instantly gone into like hyperfixation mode. So again, when I was in Buffalo, we were in a Target, we were like in the food aisles picking up snacks, and haven't eaten a Lara bar in years, like maybe a decade or more. And we were all like, oh, we want to kind of like have healthy snacks, but also like something that's really yummy. And they had the boxes of the Lara bars with the banana chocolate chip flavor. Y'all, if you don't have an issue with like the texture of this kind of snack, this kind of bar, then please try the banana chocolate chip flavor because it's so fucking good. It's so delicious. I think I have 2 of them left, and I bought a full box, like not a small box, like the big box, and I've just been eating them nonstop. Like if I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, I need a snacky, scarfing down one of these. They're kind of like a high calorie snack, so like maybe not the best thing, but also who the fuck cares? If your body's hungry, feed it. And if it's, you know, there are worse things to be snacking on in the middle of the night than a bar made of like bananas, dates, and cashews, almonds, whatever. Like, whatever. But they're so good. This is so good. And I just like, do I need to hide the last 2 bars for myself so that I don't eat them and then they're gone? Because like, I'm gonna have to go to the Walmart here and see if I can get them, or otherwise I'm gonna have to like try and find them online, because if I can't buy this flavor here, I'm going to die. They're so good. They're so good. I love banana bread, so like that's I think why this is like making me happy. But these are so delicious. I'm so glad that Lara bar is back in my life, honestly. I don't even know why I ever stopped eating them, but this one completely random favorite, and like we're going to definitely be encroaching on an hour here, so just bear with me, y'all. It's a favorite. We haven't filmed one in 5 months. Oh shit. I'm just realizing there's so much clutter. I didn't even realize that half this stuff is favorites. Okay. Not the random favorite. We're gonna go kind of back to fragrance, but this is like home lifestyle fragrance. This is one of the new fragrance from the brand Alanna. I picked this up at the Detox Market like 2 months ago now. I'm pretty sure this is the sand fragrance, and I don't think you can see it in this light here, but there's like a really cute little decoration here. It's like waves and an island and sun. And I'm pretty sure this is beach, and it just smells like sunscreen and like hot, sweaty sunscreen beach bodies. Maybe minus the sweaty, but like it's giving beach, it's giving sand, it's giving summer. And this is like totally the fragrance that I have been wanting in my home. I've been living off of my like deep forest fragrance candles for months and months and months and months, almost a year now. So I was really ready to like switch it up with something that's like not going straight to my default, which is like cupcakes, and something that was like a little bit more sophisticated and just giving me all the vibes, all the feels in my apartment. And it's really, really delicious. I love it a lot. And it's not like over heavily fragranced where like if you don't have a fan or like a window open somewhere, like you feel like you're gonna choke on the fragrance and pass away. Alanna so far, to my experience, isn't like that at all. And I'm pretty sure that they're also Canadian, like potentially Toronto based. So it's also just nice to be able to support and love a brand that is local. Okay, now for my random favorite, which I guess is like technically lifestyle, depends on the kind of person you are, but it's yarn. This, and it's messy, but this is the Loops and Threads Flex yarn. Flex like speckles, not flex like flex. It's an acrylic blend. This is the shade Soft Rainbow. I don't know if you can see, but it literally does have like little flecks on it. It's a really soft, it's a like medium weight yarn. They call worsted or like weight 4, and it's so cute. It's giving blankie, which I'm not mad about, but it's so soft and just so pretty. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like knitted, because this is what really like made it scream, oh my god, I love this. This is a favorite to me. So for the last, like, I would say couple months now, I've been working on a pattern, or kind of like a sweater, scarf, shawl type situation. So this is what it looks like knitted, and this is just a 1-to-1 rib pattern. So it's like very simple and basic, but I just think it is so pretty knitted. And so you've got the yellows and the greens and the purples and the pinks. As I said, it's very much giving like blankie. Like if this had like a satin edge, it would totally be baby blanket. But I just think it's gonna be like the prettiest like little shawl. And then I use the same yarn but in a pink for the sleeves. So it kind of like fades into the other one. It's gonna be so pretty. I'm so excited. And I would say that this pattern was also a favorite, but I adjusted it because it was confusing. So it's not really the pattern that I bought anymore. But I will, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm right here. I'm sure I'll post an update once I'm finally done. I'm so close to being done. It's like, I'm so close to being done. And I usually don't knit with yarn that's this weight unless I double it up. So this has been like a whole kind of like learning curve for me. Also just like experience like texture, like the physical like touch and feel curve for me, because it takes longer, so it like really challenges your patience. If you are a knitter or a crocheter, any kind of like textile yarn based crafter, obviously like thinner weighted yarns takes longer to finish a project, especially if it's like a piece of clothing. So that's been a little bit interesting, but I love this yarn so much. I feel like I kind of need to go and like stock up on it because I just don't want to be without it. What am I going to make with it once this is done? I don't know. I didn't even need to buy as much as I did when I first started this project, but sometimes it's just better to have more than like not have enough skeins of the yarn that you really like that you bought for a specific project, and then you run out and then you go back to the store and they don't have it anymore because they don't keep the same things in stock all the time. Anyways, love it. Can't wait to be finished with this. Three more things. Hands. Cooperate with my brain. We're almost done. 3 more things, all media. The instant favorites. The first, and no one should be surprised, Tortured Poets Department. The first drop and the second part. So the full 31 songs, love it. Taylor, I love you. Thank you for speaking directly to my soul. Although I feel like some of these songs I could have used back in 2015. Just saying. But I love it so much. I know that there's a lot of like love and hate situations going on with this album. I don't care who the songs are about. Don't give a single rat's ass about who they're actually about or who they're not about or what the personal drama was about. I listen to these songs and I hear lyrics that seriously have come directly from my own soul and speak to an experience that I have had on a very intimate level. And that's like part of my personal therapy, is listening to music that like feels cathartic, that walks me through the steps of my own grief and anger and rage and upset and hurt and joy and wonder. And Taylor has always done that for me. Love her, hate her, I don't care. I'm not a level 10 Swiftie. I'm not out here trying to like Sherlock Holmes, all the clues and Easter eggs. I'm just listening to her music for the musicality of it, for the lyricism. She is why I picked up a guitar when I was 16. So she's got a soft spot here in my heart. Maybe takes up too much than a celebrity should, especially a billionaire who could probably be doing more for the planet than she is, but that's all beside the point. The music is incredible. I love the album so much, and I've been listening to it nonstop. And I got the CD, and I've been listening to it in my car. It's just been bringing me so much joy. And also, like, not joy. Like, it's literally just a little bit masochistic to be listening to that album on repeat, because it's literally just like... Anyways, okay. Then I have a podcast favorite, and I should have mentioned this, honestly, when I started listening to it, because it's great. It's the Handsome Podcast with Mae Martin, Tig Notaro, and Fortune Feimster. All three queer folks leaning on the lesbian side of things. But it's hilarious, and it's joyful, and it doesn't have like a specific theme per se. It's just like three friends laughing and talking together, and that's the kind of podcast that I've really been enjoying lately, is just like having happy, funny, like familiar people in my ears, where like I don't always have to like pay attention, or I'll miss something and I have to, you know, rewind. So the Handsome Podcast has been just a joy to listen to lately, and I think there's only in their first season. So if you're looking for a new podcast and you're, you know, queer friendly, hopefully you are. That's why you should be here, is because we are a queer friendly space. Queer friendly, love comedy, love just like silly, funny stuff in your ears. Handsome Podcast, highly recommend. It's great. And then the third media thing is a show, which I just finally finished. I started it on the plane home from London back in February. I was watching it on the plane because it was an Apple TV show, and I didn't have Apple TV at the time, but I just got 3 free months thanks to one of my subscription services. Thank you so much. We'll be canceling it immediately once these 3 months are up, because I'm not paying for it. This is ridiculous. But it's Silo, which is based on a trilogy of books that I read 5 years ago now, maybe. Gosh, I don't know what time is, but it's like a sci-fi dystopian future series. And I loved the books so much. There was kind of this like twist at the end and in the middle that I wasn't really expecting, and I just think that the adaptation on this TV show on Apple TV was really good. I think they just did like a really good job of like visualizing this literally like subterranean silo. And I guess if you're like a fan of Fallout, it's kind of got the same vibes. Like people can't go to the surface because of like some kind of nuclear apocalypse thing. But in Silo, they actually don't know what happened. They don't know who built the silos. Like the history of what happened before the silos came into existence was kind of like wiped from the collective memory. And then there's the protagonist is a female mechanic who's kind of working in the down deep, so like the lowest levels of the silo, who kind of gets elected to the position of silo sheriff and kind of starts really rocking the boat. Anyways, it's just really good. If you have Apple TV, if you have the ability to get access to like a free trial of Apple TV and you kind of like sci-fi dystopian shows, definitely recommend. If you loved Fallout on Amazon Prime, I think, and that was like a concept that you liked, I think Silo is also a great option, although Fallout is like much more violent and gory than I was expecting. But Silo was great, and apparently the author, I wish I could remember his name off the top of my head, and I don't feel like picking up my phone, so just bear with me. I think the author really enjoyed it, and it's been, I think, renewed for a second season already, which is excellent. So I love when a TV adaptation just goes well and like honors the original material, but still obviously works well in the new medium. Anyways, that's it. It's been virtually an hour. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to cut from this, because all of these things are super important and they were all favorites and they're all making me happy right now. Also, this t-shirt is making me happy. To that Care Bear countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is everything for me today, y'all. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, I'm Alanna. We do real girl shit here. We're not trying to be beauty influencers or influencers of any kind. We're just a real person on the screen talking to y'all. And if this is your vibe too, would love for you to become part of Glam Fam. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And for the rest of y'all, you know that I love you. This is why I do this, for you, also for me, because it's just like a great little exercise to get things off my chest. Okay. It is 5:29 p.m., which means one more day is down on my little staycation here. I'm gonna go have some tea. I'm gonna think about ordering some sushi. And then I'm gonna go sit my butt down on my couch and start playing some more Tears of the Kingdom, which I guess is kind of another honorable mention to wrap this all up. Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Late to the party, didn't want to spend the money when it first came out, but so far, so fucking good. I feel like I'm definitely gonna put another couple hundred hours on this game. So RIP to my sleep and free time. All right, see y'all in my next one.